Jonathan knew he had to stop the serial killer by any means. He began analyzing the tapes and photos, trying to find any clue that would lead him to the serial killer. There were small details, personal touches in each crime, that indicated that the serial killer knew Jonathan well. After weeks of investigation, Jonathan was able to trace the source of the tapes and photos to a man he had worked with in the past, his former investigative partner, Marcus. Marcus had been fired from the police force due to corruption issues, and he held a deep grudge against Jonathan. Jonathan faced Marcus in a showdown that he knew would be the end of one of the two stories. The fight was fierce, old grudges evident in every blow. But in the end, Jonathan was able to capture Marcus and bring him to justice. As Jonathan recovers from his wounds, he receives a final message from Marcus. This is not the end. There are those who will follow in my footsteps, who will complete what I started. Prepare for darkness, my friend. This message was a reminder to Jonathan that evil never ends, that darkness is always present. However, he was determined to face this darkness with all his might and to protect the city from any threat that threatened it. Months after Marcus's capture, a new series of murders began to unfold. These crimes bore the same signature as the previous serial killer, but were more brutal and precise. There was a new killer in town, and he was following in Marcus' footsteps with terrifying precision. Jonathan began searching for this new killer, using everything he had learned from his previous encounter. He knew that this killer would be more difficult and more dangerous, but he was prepared to face him with all his might. The decisive night came. Jonathan received an anonymous call. It was the voice of the new killer on the other end. He told him, "It's time to end this game. Come to the old building downtown if you want to face me." Jonathan arrived at the building, armed and ready. He entered the place cautiously, his breaths echoing in the eerie silence. As he moved deeper into the building, he sensed the overwhelming presence of the new killer. The confrontation was inevitable, and Jonathan was ready for the final showdown.